The book. One of the greatest inventions of our time and easily one of... Wait. That's a terrible intro. I can do better. Well, one sec. Comic books are an enduring and iconic symbol of our culture's ever-changing view of the world around us, and how our varying ideologies and beliefs shaped us as a society. Along with radio, television, and the disc-based technologies like records and DVDs, digital devices have now made their mark in history as evidence that our stories have evolved a step further, this time into the digital age. Join me as I bring Michael Petrus from Nanits Universe on the show, and together we reveal how his app is at the forefront of a new age of, well, not just comics, but also entertainment. Are you ready for the future?
Everybody's going to the graveyard shift. This is what you want to do. Everybody's going to the graveyard shift. See what Emmy's got in store for you. Pop culture fandom, talking with celebrities, funny facts and fun giveaways. Anime and gaming, science fiction movies, ghost hunting, it's on today. Everybody's going to the graveyard shift. This is what you want to do.
Shift Talk Show. See you later, bye.
Hi, my name is Emmy, and this is the Graveyard Shift Talk Show, where you can find me hosting a wide variety of topics. Pop culture, movies, gaming, current news and events, anime, comic books, and the paranormal where we got our start. This season, we're celebrating 10 years of broadcasting all your favorite topics, and we've stepped up our game by completely converting our format to video only. In this episode, I've decided to celebrate joining the digital age by inviting the creative director for Nanits Universe, Michael Petrus, to the show. What's Nanits Universe? A former Kickstarter project, the Nanits Universe team developed a groundbreaking app that offers a more interactive comic book experience for the ever-growing, ever-adapting social culture that we live in. The Nanits Reader 2.0 platform uses a proprietary comic book rendering system called the Nanits Engine. The Nanits Engine enables a comic book to be basically page-free with smooth scrolling between panels and text balloons and parallax scrolling between layers to add visual depth. There's also the option to add music and sound effects to the comic. Will comics survive the future? Let's listen into the interview and see what Michael and his crew have to offer. Does anybody know how to speak Czechoslovakian?
Hi, everybody. Emmy here with the Graveyard Shift Talk Show, episode, I guess 3, 4, I don't know. I lost count. First time ever we are doing it this way, so I hope you guys are used to this because this is the way things are going to be. We have a video interview, and we are talking across the pond with Michael Petrus with Nanits Universe, a groundbreaking technological breakthrough in digital comic book reading, in really any kind of reading app. And when I've heard about these guys, I said, that's it, I've got to get them on the air. And I just wanted to invite Michael here. Michael, you're the creative director with Nanits, right?
Yes, that's it.
Great. So, Michael, can you please give our viewers an idea, a little bit about Nanits? What is it? What makes it special? What makes it separate and apart from other digital reading apps like, say, Kindle or maybe even Audible? Can you give us an idea?
Yes, so the first, hello fans, it's awesome to be here, it's great. Well, Nanits, what is it? It's the first thing is it's a platform that makes very easily for everybody to publish their comic books online very easily, just to put the price, upload the comic books, and sell it online. That's one thing. But we also built an app. We created this technology that makes the reading super simple, and the experience is much richer than ever before. What's the difference? We removed the pages. That's one thing, because nobody wants to flip the pages on the mobile screens, right? So that's the first thing. We added like a soundtrack. So each comic book has its own soundtrack, and it behaves according to what is happening in the scene. So when there is an action scene, there's action music, romantic scene, romantic music, and it's like a very seamless, fluent experience. And yeah, there are some visual effects like parallax effect, so you can feel a depth in the comic books, and we can do this by creating the comics like our comic books just for this platform. But we also can convert already made comic books comic books with pages on paper, and we can convert them into this technology onto this platform.
Wow, that sounds like a lot. I mean, it's definitely not what you think of when you think of a comic book and you think of something that's in paper, that's in front of you. I mean, that's, definitely the old school. It's kind of obviously what, I'm used to. I'm kind of old-fashioned, but I've started to become very, I like the digital stuff now. I mean, I've read stuff on, forgive me, on Kindle and on Audible, and now I've kind of started to embrace that technology. So knowing that now someone that's into the comic book world is starting to kind of incorporate all of those things together, I guess there's no smell-o-vision, right? So that we haven't gotten there yet.
Hey, I love paper comics too. We don't really want to compete with paper comic books.
Right.
And I think that those books will be always here. But there are like a lot of people who wants to consume like all the series stuff, right? And don't want to store all the digital comics they buy in their shelves and whatever. But yeah, they want to consume like digital content. And when we started, we only wanted to make our own comic books. That's what is on the platform right now. It's called Nanits Chronicles. It's our original like a sci-fi story, and it's right now it's more about like a reference comics to the technology, so we can show how it works. So we can convert other comics there. Like from other artists, indie artists. That's one thing.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's not a competition with paper comics. It's just something different. We wanted to make a comic, but when we wanted to make it digital, we said like, let's make it like real, like digital stuff. What technology can do for us right now in 2018, right?
Yeah, that's the truth. I tell you, it really is the future, and that's kind of another thing is, I was just at a comic book convention at Tampa Bay Comic Con 2018. You guys saw the episode, and I was interviewing all these people, and you have creators and artists from all over the generational spectrum. And you have artists that are from the Silver Age. I mean, I interviewed Bob Layton, co-creator of Ant-Man, and with Valiant Comics. I mean, you had Neil Adams was there. Athena Finger was there, the granddaughter of the co-creator of Batman. And what's amazing to me is that these are all people from, forgive me, the old guard. Not to make that they're old. I'm just saying that from that generation, and but they were kind of pushing something new too. I mean. They were pushing their own thing in comics. I mean, when the X-Men came out, that was something that had never been done before. Even Batman, that had never been done before. And even when the comics were being published, they had to change the paper. They had to change how the paper was made so that it would have longevity. Now, with what you guys are doing, it's very, very, very unique. It's something that I've actually never seen before. I mean, yes, I've seen comic books digital, but you guys are bringing an extra element into it that really makes the reader feel like they're there. So let me ask you something. All these comic books that you guys have, so Are these you mentioned so they're original? So these are artists that are employed by you, or how do these artists come to bring you comics?
Yeah. So as I said, we have our series. It's Nanits Chronicles. Yes, that's what we create and how we show how the whole thing works. And then we have a composer. We call it a composer. It's a tool that will be available for everybody from next year. So everyone can come upload their graphics and connect it with music from our music bank that we will have, like all fantasy stuff, so sci-fi, drama music, and everything you expect. Also some background noises that you can use, some SFX like real SFX, right?
That's amazing.
And it's very intuitive, very drag and drop, and you just put the price, write some summary, and publish it online. And that's what we want to do for indie artists all over the world.
I'm an indie artist.
Comics, right? It's difficult to publish your comics.
Yeah, now that's a really bold move. Now that's a bold move, because now what you're offering is a platform that has not existed before to indie artists like myself and a lot of people that I know that are struggling to find a place for their comics. You know, I mean, I know you know the story behind, well, I can't call him Manta Man anymore, but Meta Man, and how the journey he's been on. And now with your app, I've found this amazing way to bring him to the fans all over the world. But what's really interesting is that you're making it so that it's not your choice as far as you're controlling what sounds are going where and you're really putting the control back into the artist, and that's something that's not what you expect from a publisher. Yeah. So I applaud you on that.
We don't want the authors to deal with music. Well, we brought this technology that exceeds the original comic form with the music and sounds, but they are not like musicians or sound designers. So we will provide them this bank so they can just use it and give this extra layer of this. It's incredible. If you have the headphones and you're reading, you are just immersed in the reading, and the experience very different, because what comic couldn't give you was the emotions like a movie does.
Right.
When there is a music, it's really a different experience. So that's one of the things.
Right.
And you were asking about how the other comic books or artists are getting to the platform right now, because we haven't published the tool, the composer, publicly yet. But we are just talking to artists at conventions, events, comic books, and we're asking them if they would like to give us their content and share the audience from all over the world, because all the guys bring their fans, and they can share them with other artists, right? Mm-hmm. So that's one of the next thoughts and ideas of the project.
So then, basically, guys, just so you understand, is you get this app. And does it work on most devices? So I have an Android or an iPad, an Apple. You can just get this on. Now, is it available now, or just to read it? It's available, or do we have to wait over here for it?
iOS for iPads and iPhones it's there. Android, you can download Android apps from Google Play, but it's still in beta, because Android system it's much more difficult to develop on. But it's live. You can download the app. There are some free comic books that you can try how the thing works, and then you can buy other comics. The thing is that the platform is still young, so we are gaining more and more content from other artists. So if you have some tips, just send it our way, and we'd love to publish them. And we hope that after releasing our composer and making a big marketing campaign, we will start to grow.
Michael, can you show the audience what you were just showing me? And he's got his own device there. Show me what you were just
Okay, so I have my iPad here, and that's how the app look like right now. It's we have the library of comic books here. There are like this a series that you can. Can you hear
Oh
it?
wow, yeah. Put it a little bit closer.
Yeah. So I just need to hold it right. Okay.
Yeah, there
So
you go.
there are the series of comic books, and if you tap on the comic book, you have some info here, some previews.
Wow.
And if you tap read, we will support multiple languages. Right now we have like 2, 3, 4, 4
Which one?
languages.
Which one's that other? Forgive me.
We are from the Czech Republic, which is the.
You're in the Czech Republic.
Yeah.
How cool is that? Let's just. Can I pause for a second? How cool is that? That we are now talking with this man right here, this fine gentleman from the Czech Republic, and we weren't able to do that so many years ago. What progress! I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
So anyway, you were saying, so you right now you have American and Czechoslovakian.
There are some, yeah. Well, there are some German languages and some Spanish at some comic books. So we are working on the translations right now. So you just tap the language you want, and now you just scroll, and that's it. You just scroll through the.
You hear,
story.
guys? You hear it? You hear it?
So when it's changing, you can hear the people, the clapping.
That is so cool.
Of course, you have like a zoom here, so you can look for the details.
Wow, that's
And it's
amazing.
changing according to the story. You can see the parallax effects.
Wow.
Here.
Yeah, yeah. That's amazing. That's unbelievable. I've never seen anything like this
So-
before. Look at that. Come on, guys. Where else have you ever seen anything like or heard anything like this before? Because I sure haven't. Yeah. Oh wow,
Yeah,
that's
and
great.
it's- we don't measure with like pages, because we don't have pages, so we measure like in meters. Yeah.
Like you have like a real big scroll of comics.
Yeah, it's like a long stripe of comic book.
You know, not to promote myself here, but I just want to say this actually will work perfectly for my comic because of the way I draw. Because I don't draw it I draw it on a traditional way, but the way that I draw my panels is very splash pagey and very dynamic. So that works perfect. Wow, Michael, that's amazing. I mean, to do something like that, you need expert programmers, you need expert designers, and all these people are from are from the Czech Republic, or or they are on different areas.
Yeah, well, the team is the developers, the core team, the founders. We are based in the Czech Republic. We are all Czech people, but we have some artists working on our comic books, and they're like all over the world. One is Colombia, and the next one is from Chile, and other countries around here. So. We just want to hire the best people to do this.
That's awesome.
And, yeah.
So then, just to make sure we summarize, if someone wants to make their comic book a part of your app, all they have to do is get this app called the Composer that's going to come out hopefully next year, and then they'll be able to upload their comic. Obviously, it has to be now. Is it going to be like obviously they have to submit it for approval from you guys, or will they be in control? Will they be able to just put it on there and it's up to them whether they sell it or not?
You know, the idea is that we would love to have it, that the platform can work in the future. Like imagine it like a YouTube for comic books. So everyone can come up to the platform, upload their stuff, and it's based on how they are good in the content creation, in the promoting of their content, and yeah, just do whatever you want to do on the platform. That's one thing. And but there will be probably, there can be some stuff that we need to check before approving and publishing before.
Sure. Well, yeah, because it has to be you want to make sure that you've got the right comics in your app,
for example.
right.
if the rating is wrong, we need to make sure that the rating is right, really, about the sex language or some gore and stuff. Yeah.
Wow, that's unreal. I'm going to tell you something. Honestly, I really think what you guys are doing is unprecedented. I think it's going to be the future of comics. I think what you guys are doing, you know, as long as you just promote it correctly, which you've been doing, and you just push it, I really think you've got something here, Michael. I really think that more people are going to jump on this bandwagon, and Nanits is going to be the first on the bandwagon. So I really applaud you guys for doing this. We needed this. We needed this in comics.
Really hope for that.
I really thank you. So one last question. Now, what if somebody that's an artist doesn't have their own comic book, but what if an artist wants to draw for you guys, for your comics? Would they be able to submit their work? Are you guys looking for artists or writers right now?
Well, we're always curious about the artists who would love to participate. Well, they can go, I think, at our website, www.nanitsuniverse.com. I think there is a career page.
Right.
So they can submit there some of the works, but we're not currently looking for new coworkers.
Okay. But they can apply if they want to.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
That's one thing, and the second thing is that I think it's good to follow us to know when the composer is coming out. So then the people can really get onto the platform with their stuff.
Wow. And, you know, obviously, guys, Michael and I are in contact, and he'll let me know when that's coming out, and I'll promote the heck out of it so you guys can know, because, I mean, this is something that...
Thank you.
Oh, of course, absolutely. But, Michael, I want to thank you so much for your time. Is there something else you would like to let the fans know about before we end for the day?
Yeah, just the message. Don't be afraid of new stuff. New technology, because we often face to people that say, no, I don't like digital comics, I read paper. But if we just a little push them or motivate them to look what we do, they just got immersed, and it's really different. We don't compete with paper. I say it again, it's something different. So just try it. It's all you need to do, and maybe you'll be interested. I bet you will. But yeah, it's up to you. So just follow us on Facebook or Instagram, and we will try to really get you good stuff in a really richer form. And yeah,
that's great. So it's on Facebook. You're Nanits, Nanits, and is that how it is? Nanits Universe.
Yeah. And
then on Instagram, what would be your Instagram?
Yeah, it's like Nanits Official or something like that.
Okay. They can look it up.
Type Nanits, you will find it.
Okay, and then
just go to our website, nanitsuniverse.com.
nanitsuniverse.com. Awesome. Fantastic. Michael, I want to thank you so much. I'm so happy that we got a chance to connect with our crazy time differences.
Yeah. I was invited. It's great. It's awesome. Thank you.
Oh, you're so welcome. It was a great honor, Michael. And hello and thank you and goodbye from all of us here in the States.
Yeah, bye.
Goodbye. You too, my friend.